let's talk about the game tonight. We've got the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. The Buffalo Bills are 11-3, 9-5 against the spread. The New England Patriots are 6-8 on the season and 6-8 against the spread. Now, first and foremost, I never expected New England to be where they are. I thought that they would. I was thinking 9-7, so it's not that far off to see them 6-8. I guess if they win this next game 7-8, I didn't expect them to be this bad. But here we are in a situation where the Buffalo Bills are the darlings of the AFC East. They are sitting atop the division that for the last 20 years has pretty much been the New England Patriots with Brady. And I know that that's got to hurt. I find it interesting that this is parallel to the San Antonio Spurs and the transition that they're going through after not having Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. They are going through a transition. And as the Patriots, and the reason why I bring up that parallel is because both teams, the San Antonio Spurs went to the playoffs like 20 straight years, 21 straight years, I think. And the Patriots won their division, if not every year. I think there were 2 years that they didn't win their division. And so I look at the Patriots. I'm like, this isn't the Patriots. They're playing in Gillette Stadium. This is a win. This should be a win. And I think as the season is coming to an end for the New England Patriots, boy, it's tough to not see them winning this game. It's tough to not see a team just finding a way to say, hey, yeah, we're still here, even if we're bad, even if we rank 30th in offense in the NFL, we rank 6th in defense, and you're going to see us play defense tonight. I know Josh Allen's really, really, really good. They've got Stephon Diggs. They've got Cole Beasley as their 2 top wide receivers. But maybe you're going to see something out of the New England Patriots tonight. On the other side, you've got the 18th ranked offense in Buffalo and the 8th ranked defense. So you've got some teams that are not even, but, maybe you're going to see a more even team, so to speak, if you want to call it that. If you can say, okay, look, let's give New England Patriots a little bit of love because they're playing in New England. That's something that you can maybe count on, possibly. I know I'm kind of like trying to find things here as I decide who I'm going to pick. The Bills have a chance to clinch the number 2 seed in the AFC. Even though the Steelers won, their 3-game losing streak really took them back. Boy, this is a tough one. I think if I look at this team, they're 6-0 against the spread since they lost to Tennessee. I think that while they haven't been good under, as we look at the props network right now, they haven't been good with Cam Newton, but it opened at +2. You can now get it as +2 for the Bills. So New England was favored when it opened. And then the line flipped, and now the Bills are favored -7. You can get that at -108. But I think that they're playing in New England. I'm going to say Bills win, New England covers. That's my take. Bills win, New England covers. Bo, what are your thoughts? Yes, no?
Yeah, I think that's the way I would lean. I don't think the Bills necessarily have a ton to play for. They've already clinched the division, like you talked about. It is interesting that this game was only a 3-point game back in the first week of November when these two teams played the last time. I think it was 23-20 final. It was a pretty close game throughout. I think New England tied it at one point, but the Patriots never led. And so I think that this is, kind of one of those matchups where, like you said, it's at Gillette. Belichick, he's never going to have a problem getting his guys motivated for a matchup like this. It's going to be kind of one of those, look, they've already clinched the division, but let's go out there and let's kind of, hurt their chances at getting a higher seed. Let's prove that we're still in this, that we still had a chance at this division despite not actually being able to come through and close the door. I know you've been very high throughout different points of this season betting on Bill Belichick because of that kind of idea of how can you bet against him?
Yeah. The Rams game, right? I thought for sure I had that.
Didn't turn out so well, but I think the the idea and the motivation was there in the right place. But I think when you're looking at, a touchdown plus half a point, 7.5 points, lines even moved a little bit more towards the Bills now. I think you do lean towards that. I think, obviously you saw the Patriots keep this game close at Buffalo, at New Era Field or Ralph Wilson Stadium, whatever it's called now. I think New Era lost their naming rights there. But, that is, all that aside, I think that this does stay a close game. I think it's very interesting, first of all, that the Patriots closed the season with two AFC East opponents with the Bills this week and the Jets next week. I think the Dolphins play the Bills too next week.
They do.
Plenty of AFC East matchup. Yeah. Plenty of AFC East action over the next week and a half. The number I like here is the under. 46.5. We mentioned that first game was 23-20. I think the Bills offense has looked good at some points. I didn't think they looked that great against the Steelers, besides kind of building off of that pick six that Roethlisberger threw. We know the struggles that Cam Newton and the Patriots have had. And the Bills defense, Tre'Davious White, that whole unit has really kind of stepped up and grown as this season has gone on. We'll see what the weather was like. Maybe it gets a little cold. I haven't checked at the forecast for Foxborough tonight. Who knows? Maybe we get another snow game after Green Bay last night.
That was awesome.
That was great. I love that. I just love football in the snow. It's just
it is.
But I do like that under 46.5.
The Bills are 2-16 at Gillette Stadium since 2000, and they haven't swept the Patriots since 1999, which is similar to, I believe, the Washington football team hadn't swept Dallas since 1999, and they did it this year as well. So
and Tom Brady had never been swept as a division opponent and did this year by the Saints.
That's amazing.